If you have already practiced the manifestation process, you may have reached the point where you start assuming that your desires have been fulfilled. However, have you ever had a moment of doubt, wondering if you were doing something wrong? All you wanted was to be sure that you are manifesting correctly. If so, then you've come to the right video. Hello and welcome to the Quantum Consciousness channel. In today's video, we will discuss how you can correctly embrace the idea that your desires have been fulfilled so that in the future, you won't have doubts or questions on this matter. I will explain in detail some ways you can apply while assuming or imagining. With some simple steps, you will be ready to manifest correctly. Before we begin, I would like to tell you something that I want you to keep in mind forever and never doubt the process or yourself again because it delays the result. If you have doubted before, leave it behind from now on. Have no more doubts. The practice of assumption during manifestation begins at the start of the manifestation technique or the law of attraction. This assumption is the foundation of the entire law of attraction. But what does assumption really mean? In English, the word assumption has a literal meaning of accepting something as true or supposing that a certain situation has already occurred. The occurrence of this situation doesn't really have proof, it's like a theory. For beginners in the spiritual community, assumption can also be called imagination. It involves taking your mind to a specific situation in your head, and this situation needs to have the perfect image of your fulfilled desire that you've been affirming for so long. It is necessary to feel a healthy and desperate emotion for your desire for the assumption technique to work. So, how can you assume correctly? The most famous technique, which I will mention, has been tested by me and works for sure. The technique consists of first sitting in a perfect and quiet place where you can focus on this task. Then, close your eyes and delve into your inner self. Remember to explore your inner self and get to know it so well that you understand what is good and what is not for you in the present and the future. Try to focus on this inner space. If you are having difficulty or are confused about how to do this correctly, bring your thought to the surface. Actually, you don't need to bring it to the surface, as this happens subconsciously. What you need to do is bring the thought of your success, that clear image in your mind where you are achieving success and your desires are being fulfilled. In this manner, you are envisioning the outcome of your desire. After accomplishing this, infuse emotion into your imagination. Ask yourself how you would feel if you were in that situation and experienced that sensation. Allow your heart to embrace it. By doing so, certain neurons in your brain are triggered, creating a sense of euphoria. Scientifically speaking, the euphoria you experience for the first time when assuming you have achieved your goal mirrors the feeling you will encounter when that moment materializes in real life. For instance, envisage that you took part in a cross-country race. You diligently trained for various running competitions, reaching a point where you felt like a professional in this activity. You stand at the starting line, and as the starting shot reverberates, you give it your all with utmost focus. In no time, you cross the finish line, securing the first position. How would you feel? A sense of pride and satisfaction would envelop you. The same feeling of accomplishment that washes over you after winning is experienced days before when you first learn about this cross-country race. These very neurons are activated in advance, influencing your emotions. Likewise, when you assume your desires have been fulfilled, capture that feeling and strive to sustain it. What does this accomplish? It activates these neurons and induces a positive state. Your subconscious mind also experiences this positivity, compelling your conscious mind to take actions toward your goals. Now, let's consider some examples. Picture yourself manifesting money in your life. Follow the aforementioned steps. Close your eyes to enter that mental space and sense tranquility settling within you. Then, contemplate how you would feel as the person whose desires have already been met. In this scenario, imagine being wealthier than your current state. For example, visualize receiving payment from a client for a job you applied for, or your boss granting you a 3-month advance along with a bonus. Envision anything that resonates with you, picturing your bank account balance steadily increasing. Select the amount of money you wish to manifest, visualize it mentally, envision this figure next to your bank account details and your name. Regardless of the sum you are attempting to manifest, choose a number in proximity to your desired value, whether larger or smaller. Now, experience the emotion you would feel upon receiving that sum of money. Immerse yourself so deeply in this mental zone that your brain starts accepting it as reality. Allow yourself to fully embrace this emotion. Temporarily disregard the external world. Immerse yourself intensely in this imaginary realm. When you are there, strive to become addicted to this feeling, ensuring that upon returning to the real world, your conscious mind yearns for that sensation repeatedly. Create a version of yourself that embodies all abundance. Don't confine your vision to merely your bank balance. Envisage yourself engaging in all the activities you would if you were wealthier, such as purchasing the car you've long desired or acquiring that house or apartment in New York you glimpsed a few weeks ago. Picture yourself living your best life, and remember to genuinely feel that sensation. This feeling emanates from within, and occasionally, when the intensity wavers, it doesn't take long to return to reality. While you are in this mental zone, manifesting within this imaginary world will yield something very lucrative in the future. Currently, it might appear as if you're simply devout. However, as emphasized at the beginning of the video, never doubt the process, yourself, or the universe. In that moment, live as if there were no tomorrow. Dwell in that imagination as if there were no next dawn. Envision yourself living the best possible life, whether with your family, your pet, your love, or your friends. Include them in this imaginary world. Once you've experienced the sensation, don't let it slip away. Cling to it. Live as if there were no tomorrow. Sense the expansiveness that your brain and heart perceive. That's you embodying the ultimate result of your fervor and manifestation. At times, you may feel like you are emerging from that sensation, as if you were disconnecting. Nevertheless, train your mind to return to that feeling. Seek out other scenarios that can repeatedly evoke the same sensation. If it feels like you were disconnecting, find a way to immerse yourself back into that feeling. Command authority over your mind. Stay in that sensation for a longer duration next time. Practice this routine daily when you are manifesting, and you'll witness effortless changes occurring in your life. You won't even have to exert conscious effort. You'll naturally engage in various tasks in your life without even realizing it. Just as we explored the manifestation of money, you can apply the same approach to other areas of your life, such as relationships, securing your dream job, attaining the desired position, gaining admission to your dream college, or any other manifestation you are focused on. That concludes today's discussion. Finally, we've reached the end of this video. If you've stayed with me until now, thank you for listening. If you found this video valuable, click the like button below and share it with your friends and family. Your subscription to my channel for more content like this would be greatly appreciated. Happy manifesting!